Karen, thank you for coming to Activate this morning. It was good to see you.
Absolutely. Glad to be here today.
Why don't you give us a brief overview of Gempire?
Well, Gempire's been in the industry since 1975, so we've been around many, many years. So we have a lot of experience with emblematic jewelry, lapel pins, key rings, just to name a few. There's so many different things in the scope of emblematic areas. We guarantee our products, we guarantee our services, we guarantee our delivery time, most importantly, which is a very good point because as we always say, Friday's paper or Thursday paper on Friday doesn't do you any good.
Right.
So, we're very conscientious there. There's never any overruns with our products. Everything's exact quantities. As we always kid and joke, we learned how to count in grammar school.
That's great.
So we're very service oriented.
Wonderful. Let's talk about, I think for the first part is sort of cloisonne, and there are different techniques for getting color onto a lapel pin, and then I also want to show how there are different uses for the same die. Can you talk a little bit about how those are made?
Absolutely. This example here happens to be a cloisonne lapel pin, and basically what this is top of the line jeweler's quality. It's basically what they do is they melt down the glass, they pour it into the cavities, and then it dries to a smooth translucent finish.
Okay.
So you don't have any marks and such in it. So that's top of the line. That's what a lot of people do. Die struck, no color. A lot of people use this technique and antique it.
Okay.
We can do a lot of pieces where we do color fill. This happens to be die struck, and then it's basically this is painted in.
Okay.
And it's a soft enamel that we use to put the paint into that.
Okay, so the logo on something like that, the logo would rise above the color rather than being filled in between it. Okay.
And we do multiple colors. Some of these examples here, I show one color, but here we show where we've done it with multiple colors. Now this is etched enamel.
Okay.
And this is a little bit thinner, so it's a lighter metal because you don't want it too heavy, especially as a wine glass charm.
Wine charm, yeah.
And you can get a lot of detail because it's photo etched instead of stamped.
Oh,
so
okay.
they actually chemically photo etch it.
Okay.
So you get a lot more detail in a piece like this.
And a smaller item, yeah, that's okay.
And what I always like to say too, especially when there's a lot of detail, people should take the lapel pin, shrink it down to the actual size they're considering, and then put it on their shirt.
Okay.
Because if they're thinking 1 1/4 inch, it doesn't sound like that's a big size, but if it's a square, it's a lot bigger than people think.
Right.
So it's great to set their expectations at the point it's being made and not after it's made and they say, wow, that's too big. I always suggest that to people too, because when you're looking at a computer monitor, the logo could be 5, 6 inches. There's a lot of type, there's a lot of detail to it. When they shrink it down to 1 inch, it really drives the point home. The customer realizes, oh my goodness, you can't read that text anymore.
Right.
We need to make some changes. Maybe I can't do the text in white with a blue background. Maybe we'll put it in metal instead.
Okay.
But customer service is great. They help out with all those ideas for you.
I guess experience has taught you well about what works and what doesn't when you get artwork from the customer.
Absolutely. Because customer service is working on the orders from beginning to end, so they have tons of experience on how the lapel pin can be made, how it can be made better. They're more than happy to offer you suggestions and ideas.
Okay. That card with all the pins that you were showing earlier, those all are the same basic die-struck emblem, but they're being used in different ways. Why don't you explain how that works?
Absolutely. With the exception of these two, I like to show these just how we made the logo into a bookmark or an applique. But all these pieces here are made from the same die, so they can mix and match their products for quantity pricing. The key to the program is putting the charm loop in the initial die, and then we make a breakaway trim tool that takes it off, and then we trim it, and you never even know it's there.
Okay, so for a lapel pin, the little loop is not there.
Right, exactly. That trim tool that's made trims it right off, and then it's polished. You'd never even know it's there.
Okay.
And here I show about 6 different items, but we could easily do 15, 20 different items. And your customer has the benefit of combined pricing.
Okay.
And they can put everything all together.
And it really extends the usage of that.
And it's a great
piece.
continuity program. Maybe somebody only wants 50 lapel pins. We can make the lapel pin, but then maybe we make 50 key rings. So they get their value added. We'll make them send 50, but they're really paying for 100 anyways.
Sure.
And this makes you look good.
Okay.
It
Yeah, and
helps
then,
them, and it helps them make other items.
sure, it gives them trade show giveaways or extra gifts for employees, what have you.
Because they say, oh, I want a lapel pin for our employee, but hey, they could also use a key ring too, or maybe they can use a charm, or they could do a zipper pull. Everybody has backpacks and
Sure.
briefcases and jackets that they're wearing in the wintertime.
That's a great idea.
So just some different applications that it could be used. Could be a more upscale key ring. That's our
Okay.
twist and pull key ring that people like. The traditional key ring
Yeah.
is really very popular.
Okay.
So just a value added. It gives people a lot of different products, and they're not paying tons and tons of money for different dyes.
Right.
Because it's all the same.
Okay. Now, as far as domestic versus import, can these be made domestically? I mean, I know a lot of production has gone overseas, and
Yes, a lot of production's done overseas for the cost effectiveness, time frames, qualities, etc. Yes, we do domestic made. I have USA made vendors. I also have union made vendors as well.
okay.
And if a customer ever wants to see it being made in production here in the States, we're more than happy to take it to them. They can see it right in production.
Oh, wow.
Especially when it's union made. People really want to make
Sure.
sure it's union made.
Yeah.
So, yes, we do have domestic pins that we can make, coins we can make domestically, name badges. There's a number of items that can also be made domestically.
Okay. Well, great. The flip side of the catalog was seed cards.
Yes.
So why don't we give a little overview of those?
Well, what we do here is it's recycled linen paper embedded with flower seeds that you can plant and it grows. We print directly on the seeded paper. It's all hand printed, hand cut, so there's never any heat or pressure to compromise the seeds, so they're guaranteed to grow.
Okay.
Because we do guarantee our products, and that includes the floral side. 4-color printing standard, so we can even scan in photos.
Oh, okay.
It makes a fun green. It's great for mailers, great for handouts. We can do variable imprinting where we can do individual names and addresses. We have an indicia that we can do complete mailing services as well on this.
Okay.
And people remember it. It's unique, it's different, it gives them, different ideas, and they'll remember it years later.
Oh yeah, that custom leaf was beautiful.
And of course, that's a green cleaning product
Okay.
that they use, and they use this as a trade show handout. So, or it could be a leave behind in somebody's office. So there's a number of things that can be done with it. And if they take the time, it will grow.
Okay.
We suggest you plant it indoors, move it outside when the weather permits, so they can
Okay.
plant it anywhere, any time of the year, and then move it outside when it's large enough, when it gets about this size.
So you can cut the seed card up into smaller things to
Oh,
put
yeah,
it into a
yeah.
cup or something.
Oh yeah, if they
get
wanted
grow.
to put it, if they wanted to put it in different size planters and different things, they can absolutely cut the paper up. And of course, the bigger the product, the more seeds you get.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
a fun piece. It's it's interactive. There's our self-mailer envelope.
Oh, okay.
Makes a great piece. That they use this as an anniversary
And full bleed
card.
print.
Yeah, we can do full bleed print
Okay.
as well. And there's,
Beautiful.
I'd love to show this for the example of the picture in the background.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
So we can do full color printing, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, even though the card's got significant texture to it, the detail in the imprint is still very very impressive. So
Oh yeah, it makes it stand out. I mean, people love it.
yeah. Well, great. Well, Karen, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming.
Absolutely. I was glad to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you.